Hi everybody, I'm Wendy Strgar and this is my good friend Caitlin Young and my yoga teacher, and welcome back to Yoga for Sexual Health, and today we have the standing series for sexual health. So we're doing this because we're collecting all this information that we've been doing all along. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So if you've been watching our series so far, we've been working up the spine. We've been working on awareness of breath and strength in the core muscles, the pelvic floor, and we're going to take this into standing today in our work and really translate how that strength that we've cultivated lying down most of the time translates into our standing posture, our alignment, our awareness, and how that also really translates into building strength for lovemaking.
Totally. So if you're not able to find a really strong center to stand in, you're also not really going to be able to find that lying down in a bed. So a lot of the stuff we're going to do is going to talk about what you were saying, hips, right?
And hips and thighs
and opening pelvic floor.
Yeah, strengthening, opening the hips, all of this. What a beautiful way to build strength and practice awareness.
Right.
Kind of out of the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to start by just a simple standing pose, right?
Yes, we'll start in Tadasana and mountain pose, and we'll begin with the feet sitting bone width apart.
Right, and so we had this little debate earlier, so it's just worth sharing with you about some people in some yoga classes you might go to have the feet totally together, and other people teach you in this functional parallel. And this is actually kind of like when you have your eyes closed and you're trying to find your balance, there's this little kind of sway thing. It's a very interesting point of balance, but there's a lot of good reasons that we're not doing that today.
Yeah.
So tell me why.
Feet together is a great practice. Today we're going to be focusing in a functional parallel, and the reason here is because we're looking at stacking our joints from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head, and really particularly the thigh bones and the pelvic socket. So this is kind of our center of sex, right? Our sexual center, and we want to focus on building a functional strength rather than a somewhat compromised strength, which may be happening as we taper the thigh bones together with the feet together.
Okay, so we're going to start here, and she's going to stand on the side so you can see actually the alignment by the side, and that way she can also correct me on my alignment, in the front. And
so we'll do this as a little bit of a kind of a meditation, so feel free to close your eyes.
Okay.
And we'll start out by just sending the awareness down into the soles of the feet, coming into your breath, and just visually, right, in your mind's eye, noticing a little bit of alignment, of stacking your bony landmarks. We're going to get more particular with this, but just to start out, noticing the feet rolling to the outer edges. So you lift the arches up. And then let's root down through the inner edges and peel the outer edges up. And then we'll come on down to all four corners for just a moment. And I love the image of old school roller skates. So you've got 2 wheels in the front, 2 wheels in the back. And we want to imagine equal weight rooting down through each of those 4 corners. So let's go ahead and hover the heels and lift up into the balls of the feet. Noticing if you have a tendency to roll to the inner or outer edges of the balls. Most likely, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I am so weak on the inside of my feet that when I come back up, I just automatically go to the outside, and it's not sustainable, right?
Yeah, so this is fabulous information to take with us for all of our standing work and when we're standing in line at the grocery store, those kind of things. So rooting into the heels, we'll try a hover of the toes and maybe even the balls of the feet, just for a little fun.
And balance is such an interesting thing, and actually really a worthwhile conversation about sexuality, because when you can't find your balance standing up for whatever reason, it's likely that your emotional balance and your balance with your partner is also maybe compromised. So I have another trainer who always tells me the one thing that you can get better at no matter how old you get is balance, but it takes more and more practice as you age. So, okay, so anyway, here we are. We're trying to balance on our feet.
So here we are. So let's let the feet come down, or the toes come down, and just root down. Just notice that equal distribution. And now we're going to shift the awareness up into the knees. And let's take a bend in the knees. Kind of a generous bend. And then we'll come to a straight position. And many people lock or hyperextend their knees. So if that's you, just going to that extreme before we're loading. And let's do that one more time. Bending the knees. And then straightening the knees. And we're going to find a place with a gentle micro bend, but a lift of the kneecap, so the thigh muscles are engaged. And let's bring our hands to the hips, and we'll push the pelvis forward. This is a little tuck. And then we'll inhale to arch the back, expand the belly. And we'll do this twice more. Exhale, navel to spine, pelvic floor lifts in and up. Pelvis tilts forward. Inhale, releasing the low belly in the back. And now we're going to find a position right in the middle, our neutral pelvis. We want a natural curve to the lower back. We want some integrity to the pelvic floor muscles. So we're supporting our pelvis. And then let's relax the arms. Beautiful. And then let's roll the shoulders forward as far as they go. And then roll them back and open. And we'll do that one more time. Just roll them forward. And roll them back and open. And then find a place right in the middle where you feel the shoulders stacked on top of the pelvis.
And you really are actually holding your pelvic floor this whole time, right?
Oh yeah,
because actually, and actually just from doing that little hip thing, I realize how differently I'm holding my. And just if you do this actually in your days, it really strengthens you. It's crazy.
And this can be like your little secret, you know? Here you are standing in line at the grocery store thinking, oh, well, look at this line. But it can really be oh, look at this opportunity to practice my standing alignment.
Exactly.
So then let's think about the head for a moment. And I love the image of a turtle here. So we're going to stick the chin out like a turtle coming out of its shell and then draw the chin back. And then one more time, stretching the neck forward and drawing it back. And then we're going to just imagine there's little hooks behind the ears. So you're just hovering gently, the head on top of the spine, the chin parallel to the floor. And sometimes that's a mini tilt of the chin toward the chest. And this looks beautiful.
And, you know, the interesting thing is that for you, I think that's really natural where your head is for your hundreds and hundreds of hours of training, you know, in line. But for me, a lot of times, I have this forward thing and I don't even know it. But then when I come back to aligned, it's like I almost feel like I'm leaning back. Yeah. But I'm not. I mean, that's straight. So I think there's probably other people who do that kind of hyper thing in the front.
There's millions of us, and I'm one of them too. You should see me in class and get like this. I mean, our eyes are in front of our head. It makes a lot of sense. We're looking forward. Right. We're looking toward.
Right. So look in the mirror when you're doing this, or have somebody look at you, so you know if you actually are aligned. Yeah. Because truthfully, when you do get to that place, and am I now in that place?
You are in that place.
It's really a different place to live in your body. You know? So
here's Tadasana. Ta-da!
So anyway, join us. We're going to be right back for 3 more poses in this standing series. But practice standing, because you won't believe how learning to stand in your power actually will not only enhance your sex life, but every part of your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See you soon.